Greetings everyone, I am Elizabeth and I am back today to do a slimline card, and I got a new Misty. It's my first Misty. The stamping tool that I currently have is the We Are Memory Keepers, which is nice, but it does have a little wiggle because the pegs, you know, they're not super tight, so there's a little wiggle when you go down, and if you're not remembering what you're doing, you can double stamp. It was kind of annoying. So I do like this for plugging a bunch of stamps on there and doing big old backgrounds. So it's still gonna get used, but I wanted to try the new Misty and thought we could use it during our stamping of the slimline card I want to try. After seeing Nancy Stamps 15 do her video, I was like, yeah, I might need to try that. Nice sturdy cardboard, that'll be good for another art project. Oh, this is a garbage bag, so I'm gonna rip it open so it doesn't catch any critters by accident. There we go. So we've got the little, holy moly, that's sticky. Her magnet, the little paper pads, the foam pad, and then that's that. This is the old one. I didn't wait around for the new one. I figured they're about the same. It's not gonna hurt my feelings any. So we're gonna give that a try. And the next item I got new is the Fiskars guillotine. Hold on, I hear somebody coming. Sorry about that. That was my son saying good night, as it is late. Now I got the Fiskars guillotine because I couldn't really afford the Tim Holtz one, and the prices are really weird out there on Amazon. So I got this one. See how that works? Because I was replacing this one, which I did originally replace with this one. Now, the new version of this, it comes with a wire down the center, right here. I'm going to zoom in real quick, okay? I'm zoomed in, but can we focus? Say focus, focus, focus. Oh, that'll make a person dizzy. Let's not do that. Nope, okay. So, anyways, this little wire, since day one, it can go to the other side of the cutter. So when you finish your either the push or the pull, it moves a hair. So your straight line is perfect till the very end, and then you get this weird little cut. So I'm still going to use it to cut down my big sheets of 12 by 12. But because I had this since the day I started crafting years ago. We won't say how many years ago that was, but the track finally wore out, and so it was cutting crooked. It got really loose in here. But we've got this one, and we get to use it. We get to use it for our slimline card. So Miss Nancy Stamps suggested that we do an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. We're gonna cut it down to 8.5 by 7. Okay, so we're chopping off a good chunk of it. Yep. Okay. And then we fold it, the 7, we fold that in half at the 3.5 mark. So then when it's nice and close, it is 3 by 8. Now she had a fancy little cutter that cut out her centerpiece, but I don't have that. So that's where this little guy's coming in, and we're going to cut a 3 by 8. So we're going to take a half the 8.5, we're going to go down to 8, and then the 3.5, we're going to go down to 3. So 3 by 8. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so we're going 3, or maybe it doesn't go out to 8. What am I going to do? Well, that kind of stinks. 3. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, gotta hold it still. 3. And then I'm going to just flop this on my table and mark the 8 spot so I know where to cut it. Do. Little pencil. Little 8-inch mark. Okay. So we're going to line that up. Should have did a little bit bigger pencil mark. Yep, it's not a dirty spot. That's actually the pencil mark. And I'm going to put that right at the cut line. Okay, we're going to hold that down. Ooh. Look at that. That's pretty darn straight. I hope. Put that on there. Oh, yeah. Yay! Woohoo! Hopefully that'll last me a nice long time. Okay, so now we have the 3 by 8, which gives a nice border, which is what I want, because I'm going to fill this with color, and I want a nice stark background. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull out my homemade stencils. Yeah, I had to make my own cloud stencils. Well, I didn't have to, but I needed the money for other stuff, like these Simon Hurley inks and all that fun stuff. Let's see, we're gonna go light. We're gonna do a light sky, because I don't want my little critters getting caught in a storm. So we're gonna have a nice light cloudy day. And the nice thing about having my own stencil, I've got it on both sides, so I just flip it over. Okay. Okay, and then before I finish that, actually, I need to know where I'm going to have 2 of my hills. Let's see. I'm gonna use my new Brutus Monroe mouse pair to have a little scene, but I want to make sure they can sit on the hill. So I don't want them too far up, if you know what I mean. So I think having my hill there will work good. Okay. So that means I'm going to stop right there, get some little tape, because I'm going to just tape this stencil down so that I don't get blue where my green's going to go. It won't really hurt it any if I do, but you know what I mean. Okay. My tape won't peel all of a sudden. Don't you just love that? Okay. So that's where my hill's gonna go, and that's where that hill's gonna go, just like that. Now we're gonna get my clouds back. Okay, Elizabeth. They're right there. Okay, so let's see, which one did I do the last time? So we're gonna do this one, and I'm gonna shift it over to get a big cloud right there. And super light, not a lot of blue, because they're having a good picnic day. Well, hopefully they'll have a good picnic. That's what I'm aiming for. Okay. And then we'll go right. No, I think I want some smaller clouds down here. Okay. Now this isn't touching the paper, so I need to be careful when I go around not to go underneath the stencil. There we go, look at that. Get just a hair. And I'm just brushing up. Okay, just brushing up some of that blue. Very light. Okay, and the reason why is because I want it nice and light. Okay, now we're gonna put the reverse on there. Okay, because this is gonna be my grass. I don't want that to move around too much, so I'm gonna tape that down. If you have a magnet board, I should have used my magnet board, but who thinks of that stuff, right? You're like, oh, I need this, I need that, I gotta get the colors, I gotta get the paper, I gotta start, you know, this and that, and get it going. Okay, hopefully that's gonna be enough to hold it while I pull out some greens. Now I want my greens a little darker at the bottom and lighter at the top. So we're gonna go with Overzealous first, because that's my lighter one. Okay, that's more of a lemony color. I'm gonna come around here, hold that down, go in with the lighter color. This hill doesn't really matter. It's these two, because these two are going to be there, and then I'm going to do another hill. Come on, go back down. Okay, I need to go up a little bit. I left a little line between the blue and the green. Okay, so, oh my goodness, we're gonna go in with the later gator. I'm not really gonna clean that one off because we're going darker, and I just went into the blue. Make sure that's not blue. Okay, now I'm gonna go this way so I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go right around the edges. Okay, there's my little grassy area. Over here is more important. And you can kind of see where my blue and whatnot. But that should be alright, because I'm going to put some flowers over that. So I'm not going to worry too much. Now we're going to give a little cleanup so I don't contaminate everything, because, you know, that's what I do. I contaminate stuff because I don't clean. I'm like, oh, this is done, let's move on to the next part. But no, we want to make a nice clean card. So we're going to clean that up. I'm going to clean up my stencil. Okay, clean up this one because I did get a little bit of blue on it. Okay, and of course clean the blue one. My spurts bottle smells good. If you have old cleaners, dump them out. The smell stays for a long time. Okay, so we have our this little area. Now what I want to do is pop up this hill. Okay, we want to add some dimension, so I'm gonna get, oh, and I apologize, this is just 80-pound Nina crest, the cresty one. Crest, not crust. Nina Classic Crest cover. You can find that in the Nancy Stamps Amazon if you follow her. This is the Solar White, and it's like 250 sheets for $30-some. If you can't afford that, Walmart does have some smaller packs in Nina for like $10 and $12 for the 60-pound. It works just great too. It's just not as thick, of course. So I'm going to use and make sure that that's my hill. Okay, so I'm going to trace my hill, and I'm going to trace just above it. Nothing fancy. Obviously I got squiggly hands. See that? Nerves. Shaky nerves. Now I'm just going to cut just on the inside of that line. And if I miss, it's not a big deal, because I have an eraser. It'll be fabulous. Okay, here we go. Here's our hill. Now it can be over, because after I ink it up, I can trim it after I set it on here. Okay, so I can have it on there any way I want. Make sure I get it on there the right way. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the light green at the top. Okay. Then we're going to go in with some dark green at the bottom. And I do want to come up a little bit higher because I'm going to be cutting a lot of that off. And you don't want it perfect. It's grass. It's going to be blotchy. We want blotchy grass. And my grass is going to be covered up a little bit because we're going to put the mice in a picnic little blanket on there. So here's our little hill, and we're gonna pop that up a little bit so it stands out. And then what I want is a blanket for them to sit on, but I wasn't sure what kind of blanket, so I just pulled out a bunch of colors, and I'm thinking this one with the muted colors would look nice for the mice to sit on. Okay, so what we're going to do with that is I'm just going to cut out the whole hill. Okay, nothing fancy. Okay, so I have the whole hill. Now I have to decide how I want that blanket on there. It's going to start at the top, and I think it's going to just, let me see those mice real quick. Oh yeah, so if I go down at an angle and a curve, a little bit of an angle and a curve, okay, kind of parallel. I'm not perfect parallel. Just two little lines, and then I'm gonna go in at the bottom like the top of a circle. So that'll be our little blanket. And again, if I have pencil lines left behind, no big deal. Okay, because I just erase them. Okay, get these guys on a cute little picnic blanket. Okay, now I want it hanging off. I don't want it below. Okay, that would look weird. I want it up, and I want it up just a little, as if maybe it goes on further and further. So it's gonna hang off just a little bit. Okay, now I don't need to pop that up. I'm just gonna glue that right down where it's at. And by glue, I mean tape, because that's what I have. Okay, so we get our little blanket off the paper. No, darn it, get. Okay, so now I'm gonna go just a little bit up over that little bump, and we got that. Now I'm going to use some foam squares somewhere in here. Here we go. Okay. Just cut that out. Put this behind here. Like so. Peel that up like so, or not like so. There we go. So we're gonna pop this little hill up right on top of my shadowed area. Do I want it over? Yeah, I think I want it like that. Okay. Oh, and now I see my blanket's a little bit too long, because, you know, I eyeball measure. Let's see how short I made it. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, that works. Okay, I do need to do a little bit of erasing though, because there's some pencil lines, but of course, there we are. There we go. Okay, so now we have some clouds, some base hills, and then our pop-up hill with a little bit of blankie. So we're gonna need our pop dots, so I'll leave those out. We're gonna need the sun and the mice cut a couple of times, or no, not cut a couple of times. Those are the ones we're gonna pop up. And I'm gonna fussy cut those little cuties out, so I don't even need to worry about inking up this rainbow. Okay, now I have my hill, and these ones we're gonna fussy cut out. Ooh, Misty, come in handy. Where did I put it? I've lost it already. No. All right, this is so exciting. Obviously, that's a little too big. Haha. Guess what? It's trimmer time again. Okay, so we're gonna trim off this little bit here. Nope, get under there. Trim that off, make it nice and straight. Don't cut my fingers. Ooh, gotta love that. So how much room do I need for a pair of mice? That looks like a good amount of room. Okay. Did I do that right? I did. Look at us. Give me some. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. All right. Somebody in Facebook commented on something. Okay, so we're gonna put this down in the corner, right? That's what everybody does, right in the corner. I'm just gonna put that there out of my way. I'm gonna put that there. Oops, we need you to turn that way, little son. And we're gonna do those two just like that. close the door. Okay, I think they're a little up too high. I'm going to move them down just a little bit. Go down to the line there. Yeah, but that's going to be better. Okay. I wonder if I use the anti-static pouchy, if that would stop the stamp from sticking too much. Let's find out. Okay, we're going to grab the Raven and stamp the sun. And I'm just doing your normal stamping stuff, you know, tap, tap, tap. I'm supporting the lid with my hand because I don't really want to mess that up. One, two, three, four, five. Well, that worked a little bit. Okay. Gotta get that done. Gotta get in between their tootsies a little bit more. Okay. Now this is when I would double stamp with the other one, because when you close that one, it would shift a little, the We Are Memory Keepers. But I like that the We Are Memory Keepers comes off its platform and you can literally stamp it around an entire sheet of paper. I'll give you a little example. I'll pull out my practice box. I know it hasn't gone down that far. Oh, I take it back. My paper is missing. I know I haven't used it. Well, bummers. I was going to show you what I did with it. It was a pretty cool background too. And of course I lose it. Of course. It's a lot of other backgrounds. Well, I may just have to do a video on it and show you, because it's really cool. And I think my kitty ate up some of my tissue papers. What a stinker. Okay, so it's not in there. Okay. We'll have to do a YouTube on that. Okay, let's get these guys out of there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? I like that. Okay. So we're going to take these out. Clean that up really quick so I can put them away. That didn't clean off very good. Ugh. We want clean. Clean little mousies. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Okay. I'm going to set these little cuties out of the way. And then we're going to color and cut. Let me pull out some yellows. What do I got here? The wrong end, that's what I got. Ooh, that's a nice dark yellow. And then this one is dirty. Okay, I think that one's darker, so we're gonna trace around the edge with that one. Okay, and this one is the Bumblebee Yellow by Arteza. No, they're both about the same. Okay, that's all right. I will go in a little bit more with that one and then go find a lighter yellow. Ah, there we go. Nope, I don't like it. Ooh. Well, thank heavens I can fix that, right? And this time I need to set that because that totally did a yucky. Off with you, and go right into the corner. Weigh that down. Pick that up. And all right, let's try that again. Okay. A little bit darker. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. So this time we're gonna go. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna put you on pause while I dry that in. Okay, I dried that all up and grabbed some more markers so we could color our lovely little critters. Now back to the yellow. Is this my light yellow? Yes. Okay. Get this sun all colored in. I don't know if you guys want to watch close up, but oh my goodness. No. Ah. Wow, okay. I do apologize about that. I guess we're not gonna do, maybe if I manually zoom instead of the auto zoomer, if that's a little bit better. I made a video just the other day and it didn't do all that crazy zoomy stuff. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to see if it's because I'm using the glass mat, because the other day I had my metal mat down and so that's a little bit darker. Okay, now I do want it a tad darker in the center. I naturally have shaky hands, Sorry if that bothers some of you, but I manage. You get those shaky hands, you just kind of aim aim for you where to want to go, and then as soon as the pin hits, it kind of subsides a little bit. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm putting the dark down in little batches so I can blend it in with the light so that it's not as crazy as that one, because we don't want crazy. We want it to look good. But we definitely want a definition between the rays and the little face. Okay. And then when we come in, I'm going to avoid the black lines a little bit. Last time I just mold right over them. Much better looking sun. Alright, well then we'll cut that little guy out in a little bit. Okay, this one was done with Tuscan Sun and Bumblebee Yellow. There's those two. So now we're going to go to the mice, and she is going to have a purple bow. Well, a shade of purple anyways. It's going to be this one. Very nice. Oh, wish you guys could see that better. Because you take a dark color and then marry it in there. Come on. And it gives it a shadow. Oh my boogers. Terrible, terrible. See that little shadow in there? And alcohol markers bleed. So sometimes you don't even need to go right up to the edge. You just get close enough and it will bleed itself to fill it in. Little dabs. Oops, I see that I didn't stamp the glasses all the way right there, but I can fix that. We're just gonna grab a super fine liner, and then we're gonna just round out that there. Ta-da! Oh, better. Okay, and then her glasses, I think we're gonna do a pink glass. Kind of go that muted look like I did for the carpet. Oh, that didn't stamp either. Well, what? I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. There we go. And then this one is just a tech liner. I don't know. I think that was in my mom's stuff when I inherited it. Because I don't recall buying those. They're very similar to the macro ones, which are a super fine liner too. Okay, her little pink glasses. Now we're going to color them up, but I don't know with what colors. That's the dark brown. That's that. So we'll do the little guy in this color. I like to outline and then go back. Don't worry if when you're coloring you get definite marks that show that you've crossed over the same color a couple of times, because alcohol inks build up on each other. Okay, it's actually a pretty easy fix if you don't want the streaks. Just means your color's not completely built up, and you can add more to smooth out those lines. I'll show you what I mean by that. These little mousy ears covered in. Okay, so I don't know. You can see how it is all streaky. Taking the big end, and because this is a decent sized area, I'm just gonna go over it as much as I can, and then go back in with the little one and get right up to those edges. And now the marks are towards the edges, and the center is all nice and filled in. Okay, let's go for some toesies and the body. And if you can move kind of fast in a little areas, they'll overlap each other and you won't have that problem. Okay, I gotta do a little bit there because her tail's touching his toes. Go over to the other set of toes. Okay. Now I'm gonna use the lighter one. Was this the lighter one? Yep. On her. So the dark one was ginger, and then this one is beach sand. Go in and I tap to get those little areas, because like I said, a little dot will spread out, because these are really juicy. You'll find your groove. You know, if you got shaky hands, you start in the middle and work your way to the edge a little bit. And if you're super light, like don't even touch the paper, it'll still pull ink off of there. You don't have to push hard at all with these. That's the nice thing. Gives your hands a little bit of a break. Okay, now we're gonna go in and, like I said, we're gonna do a little bit of tapping to get right under her glasses. Try and stay in the lines. Now, part of her face is there, and then we have, now I got a little bit of pink on the inside, and you know, I wasn't worried about it then because I just made it go away by going over it with the brown. Which you can do that. If you go in with your light colors first and you make a boo-boo going out of the lines, you can cover it with your dark colors. Unfortunately, you can't do that in reverse. So I'm trying to be super careful not to get into the pink with the brown, because I'm not going to be able to cover that up. Okay. Now, she's wearing glasses. Oh, wait, no. Let's do the facey part first. And for them, is this, yep, I'm gonna go in with this gray. I think this is gonna work. Nope, not that one. Which one do I want? Was it this one? Yeah. This is a I'm going in with fog gray and then going over the top of that with peaches and cream, because I don't want them pink and I don't have like a super light brown. That's kind of my biggest concern between the Spectrum Noirs and these. There's not a very good shade of light brown. Even this one is kind of, it's not really full brown. There's a little something else in there. Okay, let me go back here with this light gray. Just tap right next to those glasses so I don't accidentally get them. Okay. Ears covered in. These little tootsies. And I'm not too worried about staying in the line there on his tootsies, because that dark brown is going to hide any of the gray that I accidentally get over. Okay, and then his happy little smile. Okay, now we're going to go over with that peaches and cream. And I'm going to go in with a circular motion so that it blends in. I don't want a lot of streaking or anything. And it gives an interesting effect too when you do two colors over the top of each other, because it's not just straight up pink over gray. It kind of marbles it a little bit, so it kind of gives it like this faux texture. Oops, I did that. There we go. And again, not being too careful on the dark, because the dark's going to hide everything. Now, I do want a darker gray. Oh no, that is like teal. Ocean blue. Okay, here's a charcoal gray. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and give his hair a little bit darker. A little bit darker? I mean a lot darker, because that gray is way darker than I thought it would be. Yes, I even swatched it, but apparently that didn't help me. That's alright though. It's got his little gray hairs. Okay, but that is definitely too dark for what I want. What is that gonna do over that? Well, that's not too bad. Okay. You just test stuff out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you just try again. No big deal, right? So I'm going over the pink gray combo with some beach sand. Just get a little bit of shadowing in there. A couple of places. She's going to have shadow in there. And then I'm going to go back in with the peaches and cream and blend that out a little bit. Not with you though. Okay. It's not fabulous, but it's good enough. Oh, gotta get their tails. I think we're doing little micey tails. I'm just dotting it down. Dot, dot, dot. Fill in those slots. There we go. Little micey tails. Now, she's wearing glasses, right? So, if they had a glare on them. Okay. So I'm just doing a couple of little lines, nothing fancy, one inside the other, and then a couple little dots, like a little pair of sunglasses. And then I'm going to fill in her shine circles. Fill in his too. And I'm just following what they had. They had a couple little dots in there. Okay. So you just put a little white in there for the glasses and give them a little shine. Okay, I'm going to leave you here and watch me fussy cut. If you would rather me pause videos for next ones so you don't have to see me fussy cut, you're welcome to. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to have you hang out, because what if you're crafting with me, right? And you're to the point where you're fussy cutting your stuff. See who gets done first, right? Now, because I am going to pop this sun up on my background, I'm thinking I want to make the trimming here yellow. I'm gonna see what I think about that. I'm thinking I think I'm gonna give it a shot. If I don't like it, I'll just make another one, right? Okay, so there's my little sun. Now this is gonna be the interesting part. I'm gonna leave a halo. Can't even see, poor people. Get my act together. I'm gonna leave a halo around the upper part of the mice, but because I don't want the rainbow, I'm gonna get super close at their feet. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is go around their edge, their white. No, maybe I'll leave their white halo white. We're gonna leave it white, because we could go in with some blue. Now I'm going around and I'm going in, but I'm not making that sharp turn. I'm going to go back and clean those up by going the other way. So those little white spots aren't going to stay there. And I'm going to go up to this first rung of the rainbow. I'm going to leave that other one there because that's fine. It's not going to hurt nothing. Kind of jealous of anybody that's got the scan and cut, because they could just scan it and just cut off the rainbow part after, instead of having to go around the whole set of mice like I'm going to be doing here right quick. And I turn my paper. I don't fuss with the scissors, moving them. I find it easier to do it this way. And round and around we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. And if you look on my homepage, I think on YouTube, I have a couple of links. One is for Nancy stamps, one is for Tracy Schultz, one is for Tammy Anderson, and one is for Christopher Allen. Christopher Allen is Brutus Monroe. He is the company where I bought these Brutus Monroe mices. Nancy Stamps and Tracy are fabulous card makers, crafters, paper crafters. Okay. And then Tammy Anderson, oh, she does some beautiful work. She does resin art and acrylic paint pouring and stuff like that. Truly beautiful stuff. So if you like to watch other kinds of stuff, I would recommend her. Okay, so we've got these guys. Now let's get this over here. Almost forgot about this. Whew. Look at that. Oh, they're gonna be so cute when I pot them up. Okay, now the question is, do I want them popped up off of, no, we just want them popped up off the back. Okay, but before we do that, I do want to put a couple of the flowers in. Okay, the flowers, maybe an ant or two. So we could put that one there. That one looks dirty from the last time I used it. I should have stamped these first before putting that down, because that is too cute. Ugh, those are so sticky. Okay, nope, we're gonna chop that one down. I think both of these are gonna come down. I don't know. Do I like those on there? You know what? I like that one and this one the best. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do just the tops of these. And I'm actually gonna do this one here. And then I'm gonna do it here. Okay, and then, you know what? I like this one. I'm just gonna do that there. We're gonna get more of it here. There we go. Yeah, I like this one better. Like this. All right. Give this a little clean. And then we'll be almost done. Not too shabby for getting lost for a little bit. A little over an hour. I'll try and keep it down to an hour next time though. Wipe that up. So we're gonna pop those up. We're gonna pop that up, but before we do that, we're going to color those little flowers. Let's see what these two colors say to each other. Okay, we're gonna go, oops. Okay, I'm gonna pause you and dry this real quick. Okay, so we're back. Now, which one was I was gonna do? No, whew, almost had a catastrophe. So I'm gonna go in around the base with the dark color, pushing so it actually bleeds off of those. Okay. And color this berry. Push. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a circle. So if you just push and hold a little bit, it'll fill that in. And then you don't even have to worry about it. Just push and hold, tap a little, good to go. Okay. Push to really color that in. Push so the color smooshes. Okay, now this is alcohol ink over the top of a water-based ink. So the colors aren't going to smoosh around. So that's nice. I think I'm going to color that flower purple. We'll do that one not with that in though. Okay, so my red isn't turning any funny shades with the green underneath. Now the center might, because the yellow, let's go with a darker yellow and see how that looks. Well, not too shabby. Okay. We're gonna go with the lighter red. Is this the lighter red that I had? No. That's the brighter red, I think. Let's find out. Their shades just aren't enough difference for it to pop out as much as I wanted. But that's okay. The red looks really nice. Of course, you could go through and color these all different colors. But I've just felt very red today. A lot of fun. Very relaxing. I like coloring. All right, check that out. Just put our elements back on and we will have a done card. Okay. We're gonna pop those little guys up. Scooch that out of the way. Grab some scissors. Okay. Put a couple of the circle ones in there on his ears. Oops. And to a chunk right across the middle there. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna get them on their little blanket. Okay, and then we're gonna pop up the sun, but we're not gonna pop it up as tall as the other one. That is too thick. That one looks about the same. I thought I had skinnier. Aha. There's the skinnier stuff. Come hither in, sun. Oh, nobody asked you to fall off the paper. These things are so old. I'm surprised they still have any stick left to them. All right. All right, little happy sun. I'm gonna go right there, and there we have it. Our little mousies, and they will go right on here. And I don't know if you can see how having that stark white allows that light blue to pop up on there, and it really makes that green shine. Okay, Just wish it wasn't so blurry. Ta-da! I'm just going to tape this down, and then I'm going to snap some pictures of it and send it through to the modsquadchallenge.com. At this point of the video, it will be up for a few more days. But it's super fun challenge. And I hope you enjoyed following along. And I hope to see you again. If you have any suggestions, constructive criticism, please post it in the comments. And happy crafting. I'm going to clean up and head to bed. Always clean up when you're done. That way the next day you come in, you've got a nice fresh work area, okay? Just take that few minutes to put everything away. Alrighty, you guys. Have a great day crafting. Bye-bye.